At last. How foolish of me not to have realized sooner. He didn't need a lecture. He needed a queen. All his life, tried to teach him to think.
Who are you talking about, Merlin?
Arthur. Then over the hill comes his fated maiden. And for her, he wants to be Caesar and Solomon. I tell you, Dad, I have waited years for this moment, and now it begins. What a joy it will be to watch, to see him putting together the pieces of his destiny. But it won't go quickly. 1 year? 2 years? What's the matter? I could see a knight 5 years from now.
Go on. What about 5 years from now?
Yes. After the Battle of Bedegrain. That's the night it will happen.
Go on. That's tonight. What will happen?
I can't remember. That voice, don't you hear it?
What voice?
Nimue, is that you? Oh, please, not yet. I must wait and see what will happen to him. Oh, Nimue, so it's you. Must you steal my magic now? Couldn't you have waited a bit longer? But wait, have I told him everything he should know? Did I tell him? I did. But Lancelot and Guinevere, did I warn him of Lancelot and Guinevere? And Mordred. Mordred! I didn't warn him of Mordred. And I must wait, Nimue, wait. I remember nothing of Lancelot or Guinevere and Mordred. My magic is gone. It's all gone. Goodbye, Arthur. I know no more the joys or the sorrows before you. I can only wish for you in ignorance, like everyone else. But reign long and reign happily. Oh, and what? Remember to think. You cannot deny the facts. Did I or did I not pledge to you 5 years ago that I'd be the greatest king to ever sit on any throne?
You did.
In 5 years, have I become the greatest king to ever sit on any throne?
You have.
Rubbish. I have not, and you know it well. Nothing I pledged you I would be. I'm a failure. That's that.
Arthur, it's not true. You're the greatest warrior in England.
But for what purpose, Jenny? Might isn't always right.
Nonsense, dear. To be right and to lose couldn't possibly be right.
Yes, might and right, battle and plunder. That's what keeps plaguing me. Merlin used to frown on battles, yet he always helped me win them. Sure, it's a clue. If only I could follow it. See, I'm always walking down a winding, dimly lit road, and in the distance, I see the outline of a thought, like the shadow of a hill. And I fumble and stumble. At last I get there, and when I do, it's gone. Not there at all. And I hear a small voice saying,
Go back, Arthur. It's too dark for you to be out thinking.
My poor love, let me see you do it. Walk out loud.
all right. Proposition. It is far better to be alive than dead.
Far better.
If that is so, then why do we have battles where people can get killed?
I don't know. Do you?
Yes. Because somebody attacks.
It's very clever of you, Arthur. But why do they attack?
Jenny, I must confess something. I've never told you before, for fear you would not believe me.
How silly, Arthur. I would never not believe you.
You know, Merlin, he brought me up. He taught me everything I know. But do you know how?
How?
By changing me into animals.
Don't believe it.
You see? It's true. I was a fish, a beaver, a bobolink, and an ant. From each animal, he wanted me to learn something. For instance, when he made me a hawk, he told me that while I was up in the sky, if I would look down at the earth, I would discover something.
What did you discover?
Nothing. Merlin was furious. Yet tonight, on my way home, while I was thinking, I suddenly realized that when you're a hawk looking down at the earth, there are no boundaries, no borders. And you win by pushing them back across something that doesn't exist.
It is odd, isn't it?
Proposition. We have battles for no reason at all. And why? Why?
Because knights love them. They adore charging in and whacking away. It's splendid fun. You've said so yourself often.
Yes, but that doesn't seem reason enough.
I think it is. And from a woman's point of view, it's wonderfully exciting to see a knight in armor riding off to battle. Especially when you know he'll be home in one piece for dinner.
That's it. It's the armor. I missed that before. Oh, of course. Only knights are rich enough to bedeck themselves in armor. They can declare war when it suits them, go clod-hopping about the countryside, gallop, slicing up foot soldiers and peasants, because only foot soldiers and peasants don't have armor. All that can happen to a knight is an occasional dent. Proposition. Wrong or right, they have the met. So wrong or right, they're always right. But that's wrong, right?
Absolutely.
Is that why Merlin helped me to win? Take All this might that's knocking about the world to do something with it? But what?
Yes, what?
It's gone, Jenny. I've thought as hard as I can, and I can walk no further. You see, I'm still not a king. I win all the battles and accomplish nothing. When the Greeks won, they created a civilization. I'm not creating a civilization. I'm not even sure I'm civilized.
Dear Arthur, you mustn't belabor yourself like this. Let us have a quiet dinner, and after, if you like, you can stroll again.
Bless you, Jenny. Jenny, suppose we create a new order of chivalry.
I beg your pardon?
A new order. A new order where might is only used for right, to build instead of to destroy. And we invite all knights, good or bad, to lay down their arms and come and join. Yes. We'll take one of the large rooms in the castle and put a table in it. And the knights can gather at the table.
And do what?
Talk, discuss, make laws, plan improvements.
Arthur, are you sure knights would ever want to do such a peaceful thing?
We shall make it a great honor, very fashionable, so that all the knights will want to be in it. And the knights of my order will still be dressed in armor and whacking away. That will give them an outlet for wanting to whack. But they'll whack only for good. Restore what's been done wrong in the past, help the oppressed, defend virgins, might for right. Not might is right, might for right.
Sounds superb.
Yes, and civilized. Page, we'll build a whole new generation of chivalry. Young men, not old, burning with zeal and ideals.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Tell the heralds to mount the towers, and to have their trumpets, and assemble the court in the yard. Send word there should be a proclamation.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Arthur, it will have to be an awfully large table. And won't there be jealousy? All your knights will be claiming superiority and wanting to sit at the head.
We shall make it a round table, so there is no head.
Oh, my father has one that was perfect. It seats 150. It was given to him once as a present, and he never uses it.
Jenny, have I had a thought? Am I at a hill? Or is it only a mirage?
The heralds await, Your Majesty. Shall I give the signal, Your Majesty?
Wait. I may be wrong. The whole idea may be absurd. If only Merlin was here, he would have known for certain. Knights at a table?
A round table.
Yes, a round table. Might for right, a new order of chivalry. Shining knights gallivanting the countryside like sword-swinging apostles battling to snuff out evil. Why, it's naive. It's adolescent. It's juvenile. It's infantile. It's folly. It's
marvelous.
Yes, it is. Simply marvelous. Page, give the signal.
Yes, Your Majesty.
We'll send the heralds riding through the country. Tell every living person, far and near,
That there is simply not in all the world a spot where rose are more resplendent than here in Camelot.
Camelot, Camelot, in far off France I heard your call. Camelot, Camelot, and here am I to give my all. I know in my soul what you expect of me, and all that and more I shall be. A knight of the table round should be invincible. Succeed where less fantastic man would fail. Climb a wall no one else can climb, cleave a dragon in record time, swim a moat in a coat of heavy iron mail. No matter the pain, he ought to be unwincible. Impossible deeds should be his daily fare. But where in the world is there in the world a man so extraordinaire? C'est moi, I'm forced to admit, 'tis I humbly reply, that mortal who these marvels can do, c'est moi, 'tis I've never lost in battle or game, I'm simply the best by far. When swords are crossed, 'tis always the same, one blow and au revoir. C'est moi, so admirably fit, a French Prometheus unbound. And here I stand with valor untold, exceptionally brave, amazingly bold, to serve at the table round. The soul of a knight should be a thing remarkable. His heart and his mind is pure as morning dew. With a will and a self-restraint, that's the envy of every saint. He could easily work a miracle or two. To love and desire he ought to be unsparkable. The ways of the flesh should offer no allure. But where in the world is there in the world a man so C'est moi, I blush to disclose I'm far too noble to lie. That mortal who these marvels can do, c'est moi, 'tis I've never strayed from all I believe, I'm blessed with an iron will. Had I been made the partner of Eve, we'd be in Eden still. C'est moi, the angels have chose to fight their battles below. And here I stand as pure as a prayer, incredibly clean, with virtue to spare. The godliest man I know, c'est moi!
I cannot bring up to, Lancelot. You gave a shattering blow. There, go broke several branches in the trees.
There's water in the flask. Toss it in his face and hurry. Oh, King Arthur, what caliber of man you must be. You conceived of the table. To have created a new order of life. I worship you before no one. No harm must befall you. Beware, enemies, Arthur. Do you hear me? Beware. From this moment on, you answer to me.
What a blow! What a blow! Magnificent, simply magnificent.
And now that you have recovered, sir, I bid you good day. And the next time you raise a spear at me, remember, you challenge the right arm of King Arthur.
Wait! I am the king.
The king?
Was the late king?
I struck you? Your Majesty, I'm Lancelot du Lac. I heard of your new order in France and have come to join you. Oh, I beg of your Majesty to please forgive me. Not because I deserve it, but by forgiving me, I will suffer more.
Really? My dear fellow, I don't want you to suffer at all. Please rise. And you too, squire.
I can't, your Majesty. Too ashamed to lift my head.
Then I command you. Really, my dear fellow, I've never felt a bash in the chest quite like it. Where did you learn to do it?
My skills come from training, your Majesty. My strength from purity.
A unique recipe, I must say.
He's a unique man, Your Majesty. At the age of 14, he could defeat any jouster in France. His father, King Ben.
King Ben? Benwick? What did you say your name was?
Lancelot du Lac, your Majesty.
Lancelot. My word, you're Lancelot. I was told you were coming.
You were told, your Majesty?
Yes, by Merlin, our court magician. He said to me one day, Arthur, keep your eye out for Lancelot du Lac from Joyous Gard. He will come to your court and he will be... What was it?
Your ally, if you will take me? Your friend who asks not friendship? Your defender when you need one? Whose heart is already filled with you? Whose body is your sword to brandish? Did he prophesy that, your Majesty? For all that I am.
Really, my dear fellow, that's more than one should hope for. More than one should ask.
Then you'll accept me?
Oh yes, without hesitation. We must arrange for your knighthood immediately.
No, your Majesty, not immediately. Not till I have proven myself. All you know now of me is words. Invest in me because of deeds, sire. Give me an order.
Now?
Yes, this moment. Send me on a mission. Let me perform for you. Is there some wrong I can right? Some enemy I can battle? Some peril I can undertake?
Actually, there's not much going on today. It's the 1st of May, and the Queen and some of the court have gone a May. I was on my way to surprise her when you surprised me.
Gone a Maine, your Majesty?
Yes, it's a sort of picnic. You eat grapes and chase girls around trees, and you...
A picnic, your Majesty?
Yes. It's a custom we have here. England, you know. It's the time gathering flowers.
Knights gathering flowers?
Well, somebody's got to do it.
But with so much to be done?
Precisely because there's so much to be done. Besides, it's civilized. And civilization should have a few gentle hobbies.
Of course, your Majesty.
And I want you to meet the Queen.
I should be honored, your Majesty. Dap! Take the horses to the castle. Feed and dress them for battle.
For battle, but there's no one to be fought today.
One never knows, your Majesty. Enemies seldom take holidays.
No, I suppose not. You know, Merlin said once...
What is it, your Majesty? Have I offended you? Did I say something that displeased you?
No. I suddenly remembered what Merlin spoke of you. How wondrous, how strange. He said you would be the greatest knight to ever sit at my table. That was long before I had thought of a table. I thought he meant a dining table. But he meant this, the round table, and I have stumbled on my future. I have done the right thing.
Did you ever doubt it, your Majesty?
Of course. Only fools never doubt. Welcome, Lancelot. Bless you for coming, and welcome to the table.
astray. Tra-la, it's here, that shocking time of year, when tons of wicked little thoughts merrily appear. It's May, that gorgeous holiday, when every maiden raises her lad will be a cad. It's mad, it's gay, a libelous display. Those dreamy vows that everyone takes, everyone breaks, everyone makes divine mistakes. The lusty month of May. Once this fragrance wafting through the air, what sweet feeling does it send transmute? Once this fragrance wafting everywhere, don't you know it's that dear forbidden fruit? Tra-la-la-la-la, that dear forbidden fruit. Tra-la-la-la-la, 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 tra-la, 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 tra-la-la-la-la-la. It's May, the lusty month of May, that darling month where everyone throws self-control away. Tra-la, it's here, that shocking time of year, when tons of wicked little thoughts merrily appear. It's May, the month of yes you may, the time for every frivolous whim, proper or in its wild, it's gay, a blot in every way. The birds and bees with all of their vast, amorous past, gives the human race a cost. The lusty month of May. Allah is May, the lusty month of May, that darling month where everyone throws self-control away. It's time to do a wretched thing or two, and try to make each precious day one you'll always rue. It's May, the month of yes you may, the time for every frivolous whim, proper or in its wild, it's gay, a blot in every way. The birds and bees with all of their vast